According to Consumer Reports, which is a nonprofit organization that provides unbiased research, over half of Americans are taking 4 prescribed medications regularly, and in 2016 alone, almost 4.5 billion prescriptions were filled. So as you can see, the pharmaceutical industry is one of the most big and most powerful industries in the entire world. So maybe it's something that might interest you or something that's important to you, and maybe it's even a field that you'd want to work in too. I've been working at Fry's for about a year now, and I'm currently furthering my education in the field right now in college. And so today I'm going to go over the process the prescription goes through, the laws I've had to avoid breaking, and all the customer service that goes along with working in a retail pharmacy especially. So let's examine the process from your doctor scribbling the name of a drug on a piece of paper to you getting the drug in your hand. First, after you bring us the prescription, it has to be typed up in data entry, and so we have to transfer everything from the paper all the way into the computer. And after that, if it's covered by insurance, the pharmacist will do a check and pre-verification to make sure it was typed up correctly. And after that, we'll go to product dispensing, where one would count out the pills that are required, and sometimes they roll off onto the floor and they go back on the tray into your vial. So, I'm sorry, germaphobes. We may waste a lot of paper in the pharmacy, but we don't waste the drugs. And after that, we give it to the pharmacist to do a final check, and then it was released to the patient. But the other option is if it's not covered by insurance and they're requiring a prior authorization. This is just basically a way for insurance companies to save money. So your doctor has to fill out a bunch of forms to explain why you need this covered, and it doesn't really matter because the insurance still has a final say, and they can approve or deny coverage no matter what. And this is just to show what we're working with in the pharmacy. I couldn't even find a picture with a better resolution, so it kind of helps portray how prehistoric this looks in 2019. And the pharmaceutical industry is riddled with tons of rules and federal laws that go into keeping everybody safe. In 1970, the Controlled Substances Act was passed, and this basically just categorized drugs based on their potential for abuse and while taking into account their medical benefits. And I'm very open about drug use, and I can see that this is flawed. Things like LSD and marijuana shouldn't be Schedule I because they're non-addictive and you can't overdose on them, and they have tons of medical uses. But I digress. And in the pharmacy, the Schedule II, only the pharmacist can touch those. No techs can touch Schedule II. But the 3, 4, and 5s, we have to double count them, and the 6, they can just count them once. It's okay. And another one, in 1996, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, or you might know it as HIPAA, went into effect, and this provides protection over a patient's privacy. And this kind of hinders our ability to do our job because we can't say the name of a drug on a voicemail we leave people. We have to throw everything that has your name on it in certain bins that get shredded, and we can't leave anything out for other people to see that have your name on it. But the good thing about this law is that it keeps insurance companies from denying coverage based on medical history, genetic information, or any disability you might have. And on top of all this, maintaining a good relationship with your customers is also very important, as it ensures they'll keep coming to your pharmacy and keep spending money. There are many rules set in place to keep the customer happy and taken care of. Simple things like giving them a longer wait time than it actually takes to get their medication ready, so they don't come before it's ready and get disappointed that we failed to fulfill our promise to them. And more recently, a whole new program called Medication Therapy Management, or MTM, was implemented. And this just flags a bunch of people and allows us to contact them, see how they're doing on their meds, see if they need certain vaccines, if they prefer 90-day fills instead of 30, and so much more. Okay. And we just went over the workflow of prescription, some of the most important laws in the industry, and ways we can better our customer service as a worker in the pharmacy. I hope I brought light to some of your curiosities of your local pharmacy. Thank you.